Welcome back. Eric Arnold here in the secondary studio. It's about 3:15 on Sunday morning, 14th of March. Recapping another lousy day, college basketball. Well, I mean, it's a good day for, I guess, the college basketball as a whole. I mean, we're getting into the good stuff, into the tournament. Lousy day for me. We went 4 wins, 6 losses, another losing night. And then what? We got only 5 games on the card for Sunday, and then I guess we're into it. So let's get to it. Let's see what happened here today. Bring that up. Got off to an okay start in the beginning. We guessed that in the American East that Hartford would take advantage of their second chance and come home a winner, and they did. And then, we failed to recognize the fact that one of Michigan's best players broke his foot, so that threw that game out. So we lost that one. And then Alabama managed to get it done for us late. They didn't play particularly well, or Tennessee did play well, I'm not sure which, but Alabama squeaks by. And then the losses started. I guess, Wichita State, just played themselves out of the tournament. Does that mean that the new coach, who they wrapped their arms around and gave a big wet sloppy kiss to, do they take back that, 10-year contract they gave him or something? Because he just really stepped on his dick big time by blowing that game against Cincinnati. Probably knocks him out of the tournament. So do they yank that contract from him now? I don't know. At any rate, Wichita loses to Cincinnati in the semifinals of the American. Arkansas fails. They, these tournament games are so damn hard. It's like, it's half the time it's an exhibition game for the teams. Does it matter to them? Does it not matter to them? Do they care if they are the SEC tournament champion? Or it wouldn't surprise me if Eric Musselman is back in or on the airplane home to Fayetteville going, yes, we're out. Good. Extra day of rest, extra day of preparation. I really had no interest in playing another blood match against Alabama on Sunday. So he's probably secretly happy. Would not surprise me at all. That's the hard thing, is trying to guess, what motivates these teams. What message does the coach give these guys ahead of the game? I have a feeling that they tell them without telling them, probably. I doubt any coach tells the team before the game, hey, this doesn't matter. We don't give a shit. If you lose, that's fine. But I bet they kind of give subtle, nonverbal clues to that effect that, yeah, we're this is great and all, but the real thing happens next weekend. So, anyway, LSU takes it more seriously than Arkansas. LSU gets the W. Illinois, easy over Iowa. It seems like if we pick the plucky underdog, L. If we pick the favorite, L. It's like we can't seem to get our feet in step. We can't get in any kind of rhythm here. So, lost there. Illinois they look good. I mean, I'm not sure I'm ready to crown them anything because, again, it's an exhibition game, basically. So I'm not sure what importance to assign some of these games. I don't know. Memphis played really hard. That was a good game. I saw a lot of that game. And they get the cover, but they do not get the win. And, at least as far as listening to the ESPN CBS bracketologists, that'll keep them out. Oklahoma State, they run out of gas. I mean, it was bound to happen. They've been playing so well. I think that's one I kind of wish I had back. Kind of wish there that probably where you're getting some value there probably with Texas. We just couldn't see it. I'm pretty sure that's one of the reasons we're losing is we're trying to do this handicapping in the middle of the night because we need to make these videos, and frankly my mind is just not that sharp in the middle of the night. It's just I think somebody said that at some point. Nobody makes smart decisions at 2 a.m. Now I think the uptake of that was that, well, that's because you're drunk and you're going to make some stupid decision because you're drunk. Yeah, I think I do want to have sex with her, whereas I think what really the case is, it doesn't matter you're drunk or not. It's 2 a.m. Well, yes, I do want to have sex with this, person I just met that's going to cause me all kind of trouble. Sober, drunk, or otherwise, I just think you make stupid decisions at 2 a.m., and that's when I'm doing all my handicapping. So, I think there's something to that, anyway. So, I don't have a solution, In order to get views, you got to get these videos up on the internet. So, you put the video up 2 hours before game time. It has a shelf life of doop, and then, you get 6 views, and what's the point of that? So, I don't know. I don't have a solution. I don't know. Anyway, what's left here? Hey, good. Congratulations to Patrick Ewing. I mean, I know we fade him routinely and bash him, but we had him tonight. He came through for us like a true champion. Maybe this is a weather vane game. Weather vane, that's what I said. That's the little rooster on top of the barn that blows whichever way the wind's going. And the winds may finally be changing there for old Patrick Ewing. Maybe he's starting to, get it and starting to going to become a winning coach. So, what do we say about the Plantation Gate Creighton? They got just, is that one of these games where the coach said, before the game, hey, we need to get back to the plantation. We don't care about this game. Let's go home to Omaha, the Omaha plantation, and we don't care about this game because, clearly they didn't show up tonight. So I don't know what he said to him before the game, but it didn't really excite him. Or Patrick Ewing may have said something that was just, some Knute Rockne speech or something. But Patrick Ewing blows him out, gets the easy W. He's in the tournament. It's good to see Georgetown back in the tournament. I used to hate that team with a passion because, I grew up in the 80s, so that was 70s and the 80s, and John Thompson, and I rooted for Villanova, so John Thompson, Patrick Ewing, these were the bad guys. They were the black hats, the villains. But, now they're the plucky underdogs, if that makes any sense. In my world, Georgetown as the plucky underdogs is just a little weird, but, hey, good to see Georgetown back. And then the ACC, another Florida State, they played terrible. I mean, that just looked like a team that didn't care. It's like, oh, here, I'll just dribble the ball to you again. They must have had 25 turnovers. It's hard to assess what these conference tournament games mean. Do we really think that Georgetown is the best team in the Big East? Do we really think they're better than Creighton? Do we really think that Oregon State is the best team in the Pac-12? How are we going to analyze what happened here this weekend? This is a difficulty, I think. Let's see. I'm just pulling up the scores here to see if anything significant happened other than that. Well, I said Oregon State, they stole the other bid. probably knocking out somebody like Drake. Drake lost their best player, so the tournament won't. The committee will have no problem just 86 in them. Utah State, they lost the final of the Mountain West to San Diego State. I don't know if they get in or not. You know, they'll probably put Duke in ahead of Utah State or Kentucky. That would be funny. All right, so I don't. I've got the TV on in the background, and there's one of these UFC things on. Is this taped? I guess this is taped. This is like, UFC 244. What UFC are they on? It's not 244, is it? It's like probably 308 or something. I don't watch this UFC stuff. So I think that's what my buddy Range at Capper Comparison Picks. I think that's all he does now is UFC. And, it's just not my cup of tea. I have enough trouble keeping track of baseball and college basketball. So, I watched one fight. It was over in 10 seconds. The big guy with can I distinguish by color? Because both of them were big guys with beards. One was an African-American guy. Some other guy would look like he was from Hungary or Bulgaria. I forget which. He hits him with a right hand. Boom, he's down in like 5 seconds. That's the end of the fight. It's like, boy, I hope I didn't pay for that. So, that was the end of that. At any rate, where are we? Moving on to 5 picks for Sunday. Let's see. What we got? We got the Patriot. I've avoided the Patriot all year. I guess, put them in the penalty box because they didn't want to play. But at least kudos to them. They didn't completely Ivy out and just not play at all. So I'm sure the kids in the Patriot are happy that they had the opportunity to play a little bit. So here you got Colgate. They had it won last year. They were the best team in the conference. Had the championship game on their home floor, and they were probably pretty big favorites. And they blew it. They lost to Boston. And of course, no one remembers it then because the world ended. So Boston never got a chance to play in the big dance. And now Colgate's back again on their home floor, again as a huge favorite against, I guess, Loyola. What do we know about Loyola? I learned that they have an NBA guy, a potential NBA guy. If you can believe that, an NBA guy out of the Patriot. David Robinson was, that's Navy, and that's a Patriot. David Robinson was on Navy. David Robinson, the cat says, who's that? David Robinson, the Admiral from the San Antonio Spurs in the NBA Hall of Fame. That David Robinson. At any rate, I guess we're just going with Colgate here. Just figuring the last year's experience of failing at home, it's got to, I would think that would focus them and make them a little sharper here. It's a huge number. We're probably in the wrong place here. There we are. Laying 9.5. I don't know. It looks like they're vastly superior to Loyola. They've been beating people by 10 and 15 and 20 points. Once again, you can probably tell which ones that you can fade me on as I'm giving you the correct answer. And then I tell, Loyola, they get an NBA guy, they're getting a huge number of points. And I'm taking Colgate, So, All right, VCU St. Bonaventure. This is just strictly who I think needs the game more. I think St. Bonaventure, win or lose, is safely into the tournament, whereas VCU, if they don't get this game, they could it could get dicey. So I think this is I know I saw VCU play. Why is this game in Dayton? Didn't they play these other games in Richmond, and now this game's in Dayton? I think. I don't know. I didn't verify it. I did it fast. Whatever. I did see VCU played well one game at Dayton, so I thought, screw it. They played good there once. Maybe they'll play well there again. So we'll go ahead. VCU needs this game more. They're getting 3 points. Do it. We just like Alabama. Sure. Why not? They've been good to us. Why stop now? Again, it's no telling which team is wanting to cut these nets down and which team just wants to get back to the home gym and get a few days rest and prepare for the first round, before they go to Indianapolis. That's another thing this year is that everybody's going to the same damn place. They're all going to Indianapolis. Weird, it's all so weird. But we'll take Alabama. Like I said, they've been good to us. The American final, we just have to go there. I mean, this has pretty much been all that's worked throughout this weekend is that if you got a plucky underdog who's getting a bunch of points, you have to take them because the other team just doesn't seem to care. Houston's a 13.5-point favorite. They're almost certainly going to coast here. They just had a very difficult game with Memphis. I would expect Cincinnati's going to play. They're watching Georgetown win by 30-some, and Oregon State win relatively easily over a team that's better than they are. They got to be thinking, it doesn't matter how good Houston is. They're just not going to show up. We can do whatever. We just need to go out there and play hard. So, it doesn't matter. They beat us by 40 points earlier in the year. We'll just go, So I think you're just getting a gift here with 13.5 points with Cincinnati. I think you got to take them. And then lastly, last but certainly not least, the alumni team, that's us, that's me, Ohio State. Sure, we'll just do the homer pick. I think the whole world's on Illinois here. I started to go on Illinois, and then I thought, yeah, I mean, you know what, these two, again, you have no idea who wants it more here. And I think you're probably getting an extra point or two of value with Ohio State just because everybody wants Illinois. And they played twice, and both games have been very close. So I don't know there's that much difference between the two teams. If they play in the tournament, will my answer be the same? Probably not. But, right now, I think you're getting a little value there with Ohio State. That's what we're going to play. We're going to take the 5.5. And, hey, that'd be nice. It's always nice when your team cuts the nets down and then we can tell ourselves, we got a real chance in the tournament. Subscriber X really thinks we have a chance this year. But what do I know? Nothing, apparently. So, I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to try to talk a third party into joining me for the Who's Going to Win the Tournament episode tomorrow, which will premiere sometime early Monday morning. We'll see if I can get my brother to, he'll be the man in the street. He'll be the, independent third party giving us his opinion of who's going to take it all. And if I can get him to do it, that's always... I used to be able to talk him into doing stuff. Now, he just can't talk him into doing anything anymore. So... Anyway, alright, what's left? Nothing. Hey, thanks for anyone that's new subscribers. Like I said, I can't see your name if you don't have a Google account, which is fine. In other words, don't sign up with Google just on my behalf. You can subscribe without a Google account, and that's just fine too. So great, good. Thanks for being here. We'll see you tomorrow. Good college basketball on Sunday.